So, may I come in?
Come in, Manas.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please sit down, Manas.
Thank you, sir.
How are you today?
I'm doing good, sir.
Okay. You are coming from where?
Lucknow, sir.
So you came this morning or yesterday or?
This morning itself, sir.
Okay, you came by what? Train or by?
Train, sir.
How long it takes?
Almost overnight journey, sir.
Overnight journey.
Yes, sir.
So you had no rest.
It was a comfortable journey, sir.
Comfortable journey. Okay. Introduce yourself to us.
Sir, my name is MANAS Manu. I am a resident of the city of Muradabad in Uttar Pradesh. I did my schooling from Muradabad itself. Thereby, I got a chance to do my law graduation from National Law University, Delhi. Having graduated from there in the year 2021, I started my preparation for civil services examination, whereby I got an opportunity to join the Indian Railway Management Service traffic in the year 2022, and this is my fifth attempt, sir.
Okay. How much you got in your last interview, UPSC interview?
So 170.
Okay, 170. Okay. Pakistan.
Yes,
My
sir.
first question on Pakistan. Should we go to the negotiating table with Pakistan?
Sir, we should go on the table, but the preconditions that we have set,
Okay.
I think compromise on those conditions cannot be accepted at this juncture. If Pakistan is ready to move ahead, then we can go on the table.
What about resuming trade with Pakistan? Can you do it prior to going to the negotiating table? Again with preconditions.
Yes, sir. I do not think, sir, that trade should begin before those conditions are met. And
No. You didn't get my points. I am saying prior to going to the negotiating table,
Yes, sir.
should we have trade with Pakistan? Of course, with some conditions.
Yes, sir. On that course, we can move ahead. A little step, just to show the willingness that we are ready to talk.
Okay. Now tell me, I'm a little intrigued. I don't know, are you intrigued or not? Why is that China
Sir.
is very friendly with Pakistan? I think China is not getting much out of Pakistan. But still China is doing a lot of things, CPEC, they're doing the CPEC, as you know. They're giving a lot of assistance to Pakistan. Why are they doing it?
Sir, the primary reasons lies in the strategic geopolitics. China knows very well that Pakistan considers India as an enemy state. So befriending India's enemy helps to surround India with a negative position. Secondly, sir, the Karakoram tract in the north of Jammu and Kashmir, it was given to China by Pakistan. So Pakistan considers it an important part of building that road. And finally, I believe it is more about posturing towards India, that the South Asian region lies towards China in a strategic sense and not India's.
Thank you, Manas.
Thank you, sir.
Manas, what is our target of renewable energy?
Sir, by 2030, we target to produce 500 gigawatts from non-conventional sources, sir. Renewable.
What are non-conventional sources?
Sir, it includes all the renewable energy, but in this target of Government of India, hydropower is also included in it, which some experts say is on the border of renewable and non-renewable.
Why on the border? It is renewable. Hydropower is renewable.
Surely, sir, it is renewable, but because the large-scale damage that it causes in the production and all, so some doubts are there. But overall, it is a part of our 500 gigawatt strategy, sir.
Okay. And how much we have already achieved?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll have to look at the exact number.
Okay. What is carbon sequestration?
I'm sorry, sir. I will have to read about that.
Carbon sink?
Sir, carbon sink mostly refers to large green tract areas where due to the biological factors, the trees are able to extract carbon dioxide from the air. So it behaves as a sink for the carbon dioxide in the air and releases oxygen for other people, sir.
Okay. Have you read about the budget of
Yes, sir.
2026-27?
Yes, sir.
What is the quantum of our borrowings in that budget?
So it's almost around 17 lakh crores.
How much would it be of the total budget as percentage?
I'm unable to calculate the percentage at this moment, sir.
Okay. Which is the biggest item of expenditure?
So the interest payments that we,
How much is that?
sir, around, I'm sorry, sir, I'm unable to recall the.
कोई बात नहीं. What are other items of income apart from borrowings?
So tax revenues and non-debt capital receipts.
What are tax revenues?
So tax revenues include both the direct and indirect taxes. Currently, for the estimate, it stands at around 44 lakh crore, including both the taxes.
What are different direct and indirect taxes?
So direct taxes are like income tax, corporate tax, and the erstwhile wealth tax which we used to have. Indirect taxes are primarily is the GST and the custom and excise duty that the government levies.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Manas, Manu.
Yes, sir.
Manu Smriti, what do you know about Manu Smriti?
Sir, Manusmriti is an ancient text composed around 3rd century BC to 3rd century AD, which laid down certain rules for the society of that time.
Okay, Moradabad is famous for
Brass industry, sir.
any export related with this?
Yes, sir. Primarily, the brass industry deals with exports, sir. Handicraft exports.
So approximately how much export in terms of rupees? Total export from?
Sir, last financial year, the exports were around 11,000 crores, sir.
Okay, Indo-Malaysia Pact has been signed recently. Important features related with that?
I'm unable to recall, sir.
Okay, no problem. So related with the trade deficit, our country's trade deficit during the year 24-25, that is last year's. How much trade deficit and the maximum trade deficit with which country and how much and reasons behind that?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm only aware about the maximum trade deficit with China, but overall number of trade deficit, I'm unable to recall at this moment.
Okay, no problem. So related with the Constitutional Amendment Acts, any constitution amendment about which we have a little conversation, starting from 1st to 106th?
Any amendments, sir?
Any, you select any from
First amendment, sir?
First Amendment. So what exactly that was?
Sir, it dealt with multiple features of the Constitution.
Like?
It amended Article 19, adding a reasonable restriction clause over the free speech.
Very right, yeah.
Secondly, it also expanded the scope of affirmative action by amending Article 15, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Thirdly, it added Article 31B to the Constitution, which is the origin point of 9th schedule, whereby the government protects any law from judicial review, sir.
Very good. Okay. In the last, what did you say? Sorry.
So 9th schedule, sir, Article 31B.
9th schedule. Okay, good enough. So related with the railways.
Yes, sir.
What is the latest related with the safety in railways? Safety measures.
So two primary measures are being done by the railways for safety. One is the installation of Kavach system, anti-collision system, and second is the installation of electronic interlocking system, sir.
Yeah, what exactly that is?
Interlocking, sir?
Yeah.
So it's a system whereby the points, so where the rails meet each other, the signal, and the panel at the station master's rooms are connected. So if supposedly station master says that the train has to go on track 1, he will press track 1 on his panel. The signal will point towards green light over track 1 and the points will be shifted to track 1. So it is all connected in a manner where no one can interfere and the train is bound to go to track 1. So,
Okay, good enough. Paper presentation on special status to Jammu and Kashmir. What exactly summary of that paper was, which you presented?
so it was presented in the year 2017 before the abrogation of Article 370. My conclusion was that Article 35A of the Constitution of India was unconstitutional because the induction of that article in
But that article has been abolished. So what exactly that article was? 35A, abolition of?
Sir, it dealt with the permanent residency rights of people of Jammu and Kashmir.
What exactly that was? Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm
Related
unable
with
to-
women. Now can you tell me?
Yes, sir. If a woman of Jammu and Kashmir
Yeah.
married a man from non-Jammu and Kashmir state, then she loses the property rights in Jammu and Kashmir, while it was not with the male. If the male marries a female from other states, then
So why did you not mention it at that time when you were knowing?
I'm sorry, sir.
Anyway.
I missed it out.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Manu,
Yes, sir.
Honorable Supreme Court, and is having so much things on his plate that is creating problem for all the high courts and for the lower courts. So do you agree with this statement? If yes, then how? And if no, then how?
Indeed, sir, that the Supreme Court is dealing with multiple issues at that moment, which creates the problem of pendencies and also blocks other cases on the judicial roster. And I believe that it has to be resolved and the pressure on the court system has to be brought down, sir, including from Supreme Court to the high courts to the lower courts. Sir.
Administrative power of Supreme Court and administrative powers of High Court.
Yes, sir.
What are the administrative powers of Supreme Court?
I'm sorry, sir, I will have to look into it.
And what are the administrative power of High Court?
So the High Courts possesses administrative power over all the district judiciary and the tribunals also locating in a particular jurisdiction. It can recall a case to its own bench if it feels it is violative of a particular provision. And High Court also can pass a disciplinary action over a sitting judge of the district judiciary, sir.
And Panchayat and Gram Nyayalaya.
Yes, sir. They also come under the jurisdiction of High Court, sir. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned it. Sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Manas, the formal part of your interview with us is over. So we will give you our feedback now. But before that, would you like to ask any questions?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So Manas, a few suggestions which will help you in the interview. When is your interview?
Sir, 12th.
12th. So you have only about
Day after tomorrow, sir.
just one day.
12.
12.
Yes, sir.
So today and tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, relax. I think don't exert much. I think just relax. First thing, my advice to you: sleep. Try to sleep well.
Yes.
Okay. Your own state, UP. Few topics which come to my mind. I think you have an answer for that. One is police reforms. I'm going to ask you something. Bulldozer justice. Okay. $1 trillion economy. Defense industrial corridor. New international airport in Noida. Just keep in mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, one of the questions should figure in your interview. Moradabad. Yes, a question on Moradabad maybe. Law is a vast subject. But questions can be expected on juvenile justice, for example, you have written a paper or something. Then I think on collegium,
Yes.
All India Judicial Service. So have your thoughts ready.
Yes.
so that you can say something about law. Marital rape, now people are talking about marital rape, digital rape, digital
Arrest.
intelligence, you know. So all that you need to study. Marital rape course is a controversial subject,
Yes, sir.
but you ought to have an answer for that. Railways, because you are working there, so maybe some questions, maybe about the bullet train or something like that. Try to study our neighborhood, Nepal, Bangladesh. Bangladesh is important
Yes, sir.
because
Elections on
the
12th.
election on the 12th,
12th.
same day, I think
Yes,
your
sir.
interview
Yes, sir.
date only. So be prepared. We are also expecting elections in Nepal, 5th of March.
Yes, sir.
So have some thoughts on that. International affairs, Mr. Trump will be always there.
Yes,
You know, he will make some statements, even on the day of your interview or one day before tomorrow, he will make something. So keep track of what he's saying. Okay, that will help you at least to know what he's saying. You know. Budget and economic survey. Budget was just introduced on 1st February, so I'm sure you have your
Yes, sir.
thoughts ready. So I think these are all from our side. If you want to.
So my own performance should I like damage?
I think we rate you well. We rate you
Yes,
quite well,
good.
very well,
Very
very
good.
well.
Don't buzz.
You are very good. I mean, you come out with a very pleasant personality and you speak well. You seem confident. That is important. Because it's not a test of your knowledge actually. We are not testing your knowledge. We are seeing how you are presenting yourself
Okay, sir.
before the board. How your personality is emerging. This is a conversation. Don't think this is like an interrogation or question answer session. No, just we are having a chat with you, conversation with you. I think you are doing very well.
Sir, supposedly on Indo-Malaysia question, so I was 90% sure what was in the pact, but I did not want to take a risk and guess. So I said no and backed out.
If you are 90-95% sure about a particular question,
Yes, sir.
then you can say, though I am not very much sure, but can I make an attempt? Only when you are 90-95% sure. 100% है तो कोई बात ही नहीं.
Yes, sir. तो
लेकिन wrong answer नहीं देना है.
वही सो नो बोल के बैक आउट
अब
करना
वो है नहीं जब आप 90-95% श्योर हैं तो यू कैन से लाइक दैट सर दो आई एम नॉट वेरी मच श्योर कैन आई मेक एन अटेम्प्ट. अगर आपको कहा जाता है ओके गो एट तो आप आंसर दीजिए वरना मत दीजिए. ठीक है ना. गैस कहने से अच्छा वो कहेंगे कैन आई मेक एन अटेम्प्ट ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. वो भी जब फिर से बोलता हूँ 90-95% श्योर हूँ तभी.
All the very best. Okay.
थैंक यू सर.
All the best.
Thanks.